Hello, family. Welcome, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, beautiful family around the world. Welcome to our International Church of Wisdom. My name is Pastor Anna Sweet, and I am a follower of Jesus, Jesus of Nazareth. And what a great day to celebrate with you, our love circle. Although Love Day is every day for us, right? So glad you are here, family. We love you so much. We're thankful for you, thankful that you're standing with Dr. Murdoch and celebrating 54 years of ministry. God bless you, Miss Mickey. Periscope is here. Pam, welcome. I'm seeing all of the comments from all of the platforms here on the screen. Thank you so much, Miss Julie, Atlanta, Barb. God bless you, family. Well, I have great news for you. Dr. Murdoch is going to be speaking to us in about 10 minutes or less. And the topic that Dr. Murdoch has in his heart for today is keys that changed my life. Keys that changed my life. Elizabeth Morales, feliz día de la amistad. Un abrazo a todos los que están conectados que hablan español. Gracias por conectarse. Hello, Mr. Mark. Mr. Mark, Dr. Murdoch had open heart surgery in November, and he's recovering. So he speaks to us by phone, but in a few days he'll be back speaking to you through the camera, so you'll be able to see him. But he's calling us. He's calling us in a few minutes. God bless you, family. So thankful you are here. I am excited for today's topic. I'm still very moved, shaken to my core from yesterday's message. It was just so powerful. I see so many stories in the Bible in a very different perspective. And I'm so grateful that God is very much involved in the relationship between a mentor and a protege. I am very thankful. I am very thankful that God is very much involved in that relationship. Hello, Miss Julie. Pamela Rojas, abrazos. Todos los que nos ven que hablan español, gracias por conectarse. Kimmy, I have news for you, Kimmy. I have a couple here by my side that I don't plan to send you back soon. Not just kidding. But Pastor Clint Ross and Pastor Chantal Ross are here, a couple that we love, a couple that loves Dr. Murdoch. I think they are the ones that travel the furthest to come and see their spiritual father. And we admire their love for Dr. Murdoch. We admire their passion for this ministry. We admire how they carry the wisdom of God around South Africa and many other places in Nigeria, etc. And you'll hear from them today, so stay connected. Kimmy, no tears, okay? No tears. God bless you, family. Please let us know where you're watching from. We would like to take notes of the countries represented here. Please let us know who is here. We want to know. And when Dr. Murdoch calls in, we will let him know all the countries here. Thank you so much. Happy Valentine's to everybody. Every day is Love Day at 12 and 6 o'clock. And we celebrate. I hope that you're going to plan some love moments today with your family, with your children. Dr. Murdoch said something so powerful. You can remember places. You can forget places, but you'll never forget moments. You can forget places, but you'll never forget moments. You can forget what you're fighting about, but you'll never forget what you felt in that moment. You can forget so many things that happen in a day, but you will always remember moments. So don't try to focus too much time. Say, I don't have time to love. You do. I've already shared how many kisses you can give in a minute, how many hugs you can give. A hug that is more than 20 seconds, it feels like a very long hug, but it's only 20 seconds. So family, in 5 minutes, there's so much deposit of love that you can make, so many deposits of love you can make in your family, in your friends, in those around you, your encouraging words. It takes only one phrase to change somebody's decision from leaving to staying. One phrase can make the difference. One phrase. Australia, Brazil, Nigeria, South Africa, welcome. Japan, welcome. Teacher from Japan, we love you. We love you so much. I don't know why I feel the need to say this, and I don't know if it's going to make any difference to anybody, but maybe somebody needs it. And it's from my heart, but maybe somebody needs it. If I had heard my ex-husband tell me, I will fight for our marriage, give me another opportunity, I would have gone back and fight all over again. So I'm telling you, there's somebody that needs this. One sentence can change somebody's decision. Don't let a pride keep you quiet. It could be one word. And you can say, give me 6 months. Give me a year. We already tried it 20 years, 15 years, 1 year. One phrase, family, one sentence can make a big difference. And I don't know why I'm saying that, but I really feel that there's one sentence that you could say that can make a huge change in your marriage. Don't let pride keep you quiet. Don't let pride keep you quiet, family, not today. Let's be vocal with our love today. Let's be vocal. It's okay to say, I miss you. It's okay to say, I need you. It's okay. So let's be vocal. Dr. Murdoch will speak to us. Hola, Chicago. Ministerios Fe Sobrenatural. Bienvenidos. Bienvenidos. Díganos de dónde nos están viendo, por favor. Todos los que hablan español, Chicago está con nosotros. Miss Flo, you are here. Yay. Miss Flo, we love you. Love flows through you like a river. Even when you smile, your eyes, your presence, I've never seen anything else but a love river flowing through you. Can't wait to hear you sing again. God bless you, everybody. Dr. Murdoch is going to speak to us in just about 4 minutes. So I hope that today, this love day, you will send love comments. Hello, Dr. May, we love you. I hope that you will send your love, your encouraging messages to Dr. Murdoch today for Valentine's Day. As a spiritual father, as a mentor, as a man of God that has traveled around the world for 54 years, family, we are celebrating him every day this month. And I believe that of all the months of the year, there's a difference in soil in this month. There's a difference in soil. I cannot say it enough. I really felt the Holy Spirit showed me, if you're going to sow, sow this month. If you're going to honor, honor this month. And this month is testimony month. This month is testimony month. So be sensitive to the Holy Spirit as he speaks to you. But we are honoring a man of God that we love, that has impacted nations around the world for 54 years in ministry, full-time ministry, preaching a gospel. And even though his mom said, son, how do you do it? With all of the criticism coming to you for speaking prosperity. And Dr. Murdoch answered the best answer a man of God could give. He said, I'm right. Period. Oh, I love to hear somebody that is persuaded. 54 years of persuasion, of integrity, of experiences. 54 years of faithfulness, perseverance, consistency. 54 years of love. 54 years of saying yes to the calling of the gospel of Jesus Christ. So family, today, let's all have a receiving heart. I'm calling Dr. Murdoch in just a couple minutes. Yay, Javier Salazar. That's a beautiful testimony right there. Listening and reading your books. Javier Salazar, díganos de dónde nos ve, por favor. Escuchando y leyendo sus libros del Dr. Mike Murdoch. Gracias. Yay, Javier, eso va a animarlo tanto. Díganos de dónde nos ve, por favor. Y vamos a comunicarle sus palabras. Beautiful words. We have Mr. Javier saying, I've been listening to Dr. Murdoch for a month and reading his books, and I am in love with his knowledge. Well, welcome to our International Church of Wisdom. Yay. So thankful. From North Carolina. Muy bien. ¿Y de dónde es originalmente? Praise God. I'm calling Dr. Murdoch now, family. Don't forget that throughout the teaching, all of your comments, all of your encouraging words are so important. And I would love to read them to Dr. Murdoch. So keep sending them. You don't have to wait until he's asking for your comments. We can be sending comments right now. But just remember that it's so precious that Dr. Murdoch can hear encouraging words, and those are the words I'll be reading. And I'm so thankful for all of you. Veracruz, Mexico. Muy bien. Mexico. Muy bien. He lives in North Carolina, but is from Mexico. Praise God. Gracias a Dios. Okay, family, are you ready? You have your iPad ready?
Are you there?
Hello, Dr. Murdoch. Happy Valentine's Day. We are here ready to celebrate you for 54 years of ministry, all the way from Australia, Brazil, Japan, Nigeria, and South Africa.
Praise God. Praise God. Good to be with you today. What's the biggest thing on your mind, Pastor Anna?
Dr. Murdoch, I was reading beautiful comments here. Mr. Javier Salazar says, I've been reading Dr. Murdoch's books and listening to him for a month, and I am in love with his knowledge.
It means so much.
I was sharing with the family, Dr. Murdoch, about your teaching on moments and how we can forget places, but we will never forget moments, and how we can think that there's no time to love, but there's so much we can do in 5 minutes. A deposit of love can be so memorable. So that's what I was speaking to in this Valentine's Day, Daddy.
Well, I want to say, first of all, that I'm thankful today for so many things from the Lord. I'm thankful for His presence. Thankful for a father and a mother who taught me the ways of God, who taught me to pray, reach for God, pursue God. Very thankful for our family, our love circle here. Very thankful for our Wisdom Center, our team, and thankful for our partners who have stood with us. Thankful, so thankful for my little inner circle team that's watched over my life and taken me through a lot of rough places. I'm particularly thankful today, since it's Valentine's Day, for my sweetheart, Christina. She is a gold mine to my life. A gold mine all the way from Brazil. And the things she went through to get her visa. She was the attorney for the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. And I met her through Twitter about 7 years ago or so. And when I saw her eyes, I knew as a person whose eyes would always tell me what was in her heart. And didn't know anything about her. Had thousands of people on Twitter, of course, but I when I saw her eyes, I saw realness. I said, because I have a real hatred of deception. And there's so many people that they have a different, what's in their heart and what's in their mouth, two different things. They say one thing but I want to tell her today, but from the depths of my heart, that I'm so thankful God brought her to my life, to the Wisdom Center. I told her mother the other day, because she and her mother and her grandmother, really real prayer warriors. Her father was an alcoholic, and he would leave for days. They went through some horrible places, but her mother refused to leave her father. Said, he'll die if I don't stay with him and pray for him, pray with him. And so her and her mother and her grandmother would pray. The three ladies would pray. Even when she was just a child, they would pray and pray. And about 4 years ago, her father came to the Lord. Yes. Wow. And had a marvelous experience with the Lord. I told her mother the other day, her mother visited here with some of their family members, came to Texas, came here to Dallas, Fort Worth, to visit for a few days. And I told her one of the things I loved about Christina, they call her Rosanna, Christina. But I said, one of the things I appreciate is she knows how to pray. She knows how to talk to God. And so on Valentine's Day today, I want to say a shout out to someone who I love very much and who has brought me so much joy, and who, not a doubt in my mind, that she is sent of the Lord. And I'm so thankful for her today. And tell her that wherever she's at, that she's, I think she's at the doctor's office right now. But she tried to pick up a bunch of things, what they call them, luggage for her mother. And it really messed up her back, so she's trying to get it straightened out right now. I don't know if she's even able to hear me, but I want to say that, and she's so precious to me, so important to me, valuable to me. Valentine's Day. I thought I would share a few wisdom keys that had changed my life. One is that love protects. That's how you know if you love someone, if you have a real passion to protect them. And if you care about someone, and I'm not talking about marriage necessarily, but just whether it's children, you want to protect them. I've seen the little boy, Alex, used to come to church. I don't know if he comes to church anymore.
Yes, sir, he does.
He does?
Yes, sir.
But I had such a desire to protect little Alex. I hadn't seen him in so long. But that kid's got something so special in him. But I found myself wanting to protect him. That's why when I found out he was living in a shelter, it affected me. And his little sisters, it affected me, and I wanted to get him out of the shelter. Love protects. Love wants to protect from bad experiences. And that's probably I have a message I call the 12 proofs of love. And that's the first one that really affected my life. And God gave me that when I was dating someone some years ago. And how would I know that this girl really loved me? How would I know that? Because I've been deceived so many times. And I dated a whole lot over the years. Many years ago, dated a lot. And I was just so disappointed. I think this would work out and this would work out. All of you who are single know exactly what I'm saying. You think this is going to work out, and then something you say. But love protects. You protect those you love. You'll fight for them. You care about them. That's how you know who doesn't love you, and who doesn't love you. And I know when someone has come against my life or my ministry, tried to hurt me. I know those who stand up for me, who fight for me. Not those who say, well, God knows. I fight for my friends. I'm a man who will fight publicly for my friends. Publicly, even when it goes back down backwards, you know. I mean, I just stop. If I believe in you, I believe in you. And I'm not a private disciple. I'm not a private disciple. Love protects. Love listens. And love hears. Love hears when you hurt. Love listens to you. Love reaches. Love's not afraid to reach. Love's not afraid to reach. Love invest. Spend money on somebody you love. I remember when Ewan came here from Africa, I said, please go buy him some clothes. They went, and he was so thrilled to get some clothes. When you love somebody, you invest in them. I spent a lot of money on people I love. I bought some clothes for a couple of young preachers some weeks back. Brought them to the place where I would buy clothes and said, anything you want. Any tie you want, any shirt you want, whatever you want. That's love. Love makes an investment. Love makes an investment. It's costly to love. It's costly to love. To love someone means you'll make an enemy. You'll make an enemy. You may. In politics, for sure, huh?
Yes, sir.
You tell someone you love Mr. Trump, they'll slash your tires. So love can be a costly thing, but love protects. That's big. Jimmy today, love protects. Love protects. Love wants to learn. Love wants to know. Love listens. Love reaches. Love inquires. Love questions. Love pursues. Love pursues. Love pursues. Valentine's Day. That's big. Many years ago, I was like 37. My lawyer had a real pretty girl, pretty lady, always dressed up nice. And so when I would come back from meetings, I would take her and one of my board members and his wife out, Gary and Mary, and we'd all go out to eat. And then she'd drive back home. And after 3 or 4 times, I noticed I really didn't want to be alone with her. I didn't have anything to talk to her about. She was like a fill-in. So when I went out to eat, I had somebody to talk to. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
And my real pretty, good person. And my lawyer said, why don't you, kind of take her as your steady girl? I said, I don't know. I just enjoy having a meal once in a while. Because it really wasn't love. It wasn't love. It was a pleasant experience. But it really wasn't love. It really wasn't love. Talk to you a little bit about love. My dad said, love is something you build. Love is what have challenges, enemies, adversaries, a lot of jealousy. I'm sure you saw that in the church with your husband and women jealous for his attention. Daddy had it too. And it broke my mother's heart. And she would fight to stay close. She was a pit bull. She wouldn't leave. And she'd go stand by Daddy when others was trying to shove her out of the way. Others would ignore. But there's no life without love, Pastor Anna. There's no life without it. And love has to really be protected, nurtured. A lot of conversations, understanding. To me, the greatest thing in the love life is trust, not attraction, not even enjoyment, not even pleasure. Not pleasant, but to trust. Trust to me is more important than pleasure. I can't be pleasured. I can't be pleasured if I can't trust. I don't enjoy somebody if I don't trust them. Something dies in me. If I have to be guarded, if I have to be real careful about what I say. If I have to be meticulous, if I feel the threat of somebody trying to spank me. You ever had somebody try to verbally spank you?
Yes, sir.
Put you in your place?
Yes.
It's kind of hard to survive that.
Yes.
And I want to say to everyone today, in your family, let your children, let your daughter, let your son, let everybody around you know how much you care, how much they matter to you, how much they matter to you. Find a way to express love. And when it's endangered, fight to keep it going. One of my young proteges wrote me a few days ago from Brazil, and his wife, he's a young lawyer and a preacher, really got a lot to him. And his mother's a great lawyer. And his wife, he'd caught his wife stealing $20,000 from his bank accounts. And he was so broken over it. And he said, should I get a divorce? I wrote him back, no. Separate the accounts, of course. But I said, fight to keep it together. She may be too young to have been taught integrity. May have to nurture that along. But you've already made a commitment to her. Stay with it if at all possible. He really thanked me. And, but he was so hurt because it affected love. There's 3 or 4 things that affect love. One is, of course, is openness. Are you telling me what's in your heart? Are you tricking me? Are you sliding something past me? Are you trying to? Who are you? There's so much. Some people would call it discretion. There's another level called secrecy, when you hide things from each other. And the moment you start hiding something, the relationship starts dying. Because that's why a man will end up, going out on his wife if he doesn't feel freedom. And vice versa, a woman will be unfaithful to her husband if she doesn't feel the freedom that I can say what I want. To me, that is one of the greatest qualities of love. Can I say what I'm feeling? I have one of my longtime friends is a pastor. Good man, great man. One of the most generous men I've ever had in my life. I mean, generous beyond words. But he's never open with me. He loves me because I'm open. He likes me. He enjoys me because I open up my heart. I say what I'm feeling. If I stop believing in somebody, I tell him. But he will never take a side like that. And if I say, if I think that man's crazy, his reaction is, that's interesting. He talks like President Obama talked and Bill Clinton. Every word they said could fit anywhere. They never took a side, They just never took a side. And you could never know what they're real. One of the things I liked about Michelle Obama and I liked about Hillary is Clinton is they would tell you what's on their heart. They would be very honest when Bill Clinton was running for the presidency in governor in Arkansas. He and Hillary was on TV. I'd never heard of him, didn't know when I was watching him. And the commentator said something to him, said, the interrogator, the interviewer, I guess, said something about it. And she says, and Hillary Clinton's reaction was, heck, if you don't like it, don't vote for him. She didn't dance around. She was real, more direct than she is now. But she didn't dance around. She just said what she thought. Well, you're going to need that in your life. You need someone. And it's really good if both of you together can do that. And when there's openness. And sometimes a few weeks ago, I was talking to him on the phone. And some things that happened, he had hidden from me, but he didn't want me to know. 6 months. And I was so disappointed because he's such a close friend. He really is a good friend. But he wouldn't be open with me. And I thought, wow, this is kind of one-sided. I'm the only guy opening up my heart. I'm the only guy saying what I think, what I feel, you know. And to me, love is openness. Love is saying, this is where I'm at. I don't agree with that. I agree with that. I love that. I don't like that. You know, I don't like that. Now, a man may think, telling his wife, oh, I love that. Oh, everything. You look good in everything, baby. And she may believe that. And she may like that. And she may need that. But my 4 sisters were very different. They would want a husband that says, that doesn't look good on you, honey. That looks good. That's the one, but not that one. They would feel safer with that kind of openness. And so today on Valentine's Day, let me encourage everybody. Let your children know you love them. Let your mother and father hear. Let your brother and sister hear from you today, and let you know that it's Love Day. Valentine's Day is kind of loved. A lot of people think of it being kind of man and wife kind of thing, or a boyfriend and girlfriend kind of thing. But I see Valentine's Day as Love Day, and it's to celebrate the force of Jesus in their life. Another thing that's been on my mind today is routines, the power of a routine, whether it's eating, whether it's walking or memorizing scriptures. But whatever you're doing daily really matters in your life. One of the greatest wisdom keys that affected my life was a wisdom key on the secret of your future is hidden in your daily routine. And that wisdom key really, really changed my world, changed my life. I started, of course, running 5 miles a day then when God gave me that. I started running 5 miles a day. And Muhammad Ali would get up at 4:30 every morning and run. And it's a routine that creates champions. Something you're doing daily. Something you're doing daily. Something you're doing daily is the secret of your future. A lot of us think we're just going to arrive tomorrow somewhere, but something you're doing daily is hurting you. Maybe eating wrong food. It may be neglecting a lot of things. But Mother and Daddy really believed. Mother and Daddy were really, really strong. And, they were very strong in memorizing a scripture every day and having family prayer 2 times a day, twice a day. It really affected our family. I would encourage you today on Valentine's Day to start a new routine. It may be keeping a journal. It may be praying with your husband or your wife. But routines really matter. They really do matter. They decide your health. And at that time, I even used to fast 3 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I did it for 2 years. Something you're doing daily is creating a problem or a miracle. Something you're doing daily is great a problem or a miracle. This morning I walked 20 minutes around my room here at my house, and it was rough for me. And I was breathing hard and all that, and memorizing, saying scriptures, A through Z. And I was giving out scriptures. You call it a little scripture walk, little wisdom walk, where you quote scriptures while I was walking. I had several thoughts about the power of routine. A routine can take you where you always want to be. And today be a great day to start your routine. One closing thing, and that's the habits of kings. The habits of kings. The habits of kings. We think of kings as rulers a lot. I think of kings as being leaders, a little different. But kingly, having class, having dignity. Kingly environment, a palace environment, meaning clean, excellence, attentiveness to accuracy. We all love to study kings. I do. You know, Solomon, David, and the difference between those kings, the difference in them. But one of the things that stood out to me about the habits of kings, that the habits of kings, one was their reward habit. They would reward people they liked. And Mordecai was one example. When Esther's husband couldn't sleep one night, and so he went through his journals, because they kept a record of every good thing someone had done. It's a good thing to do. It's a real good thing to do. Anytime somebody's blessed you, keep a journal of that person, what they've done for you. And Mordecai had stopped an assassination attempt. And never been rewarded. So the king brought out his most beautiful stallion, had Mordecai on it, had a man go through the streets of all the city. This is a man the king delights in. This man is pleasure the king. And it immediately put Mordecai in position of influence. As people saw that he was celebrated by the king, he had access to the king. Kind of interesting, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
King's endorsement means a lot. So they give it carefully, meticulously, and they watch sensitively about it. And that's one of the habits of kings, is they reward people they love. They endorse them. They're not ashamed. They show identity. And I would encourage all of us today to start the reward system in our life. If we don't have it on Valentine's Day, start a reward system for your children, for your husband, for your wife. Make sure that there is some way they are rewarded today. Flowers, of course. Pastor Anna, did Brother Arturo send you flowers yet?
No, Dr. Murdoch.
Well, is he in town?
Yes, sir. He's here.
Oh, he's probably going to be. Is he there in the room with you?
No, sir. He is picking up the kids from school.
I see. Well, he'll probably go by and...
Well, after listening to you, I'm sure he will, Dr. Murdoch.
Oh, yeah. And he may be cheap and get you only 12 roses, but he may get in a generous mood and get you one for every year you live on the earth.
My daddy, if you keep talking, it's going to get better.
I love the way he strokes your hand and holds your hand, and he's so proud of you. He told me way before I met you, he said, "You've got to meet my wife. You've got to meet my wife." And I'd never seen a man so excited about his wife. So I'm sure your Valentine's Day will be, he might get you those chocolates unless he's concerned about your health,
Dr. Murdoch, are you talking about the Godiva chocolate covered strawberries that I love?
Yes, yes. Keep elaborating on that. And your favorite restaurant is Texan Brazil?
Yes, Dr. Murdoch. I am loving this conversation, Dr. Murdoch.
And you love spaghetti.
Yes, sir.
You love spaghetti. I'm sure you'll have a very super day. He'll probably take you to a store somewhere. Is Pastor Clint there?
Yes, sir. He's right here with a very big smile.
Well, there's a man who'll be able to talk to us about Valentine's Day for sure.
Yes, sir.
And is his beautiful wife there?
Oh, yes, and her smile is even bigger.
She's a looker, isn't she?
Yes, sir.
She's a looker.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I tell you, I love to see the way they love each other.
Yes.
And they're fixing to share a little bit with us today.
Yes.
And so glad they flew so far to be with us. We love you, Brother Clint. You're a true son of the Lord. You've done things nobody else has even thought about doing, tried to do.
Yes.
But I really appreciate y'all being here.
Yes.
It means the world to us. It means the world to us.
Yes.
Praise God. Father, I praise you today for Valentine's Day and Love Day.
Thank you, Father.
I thank you for the special, special people in our life and our world who changed our life. Thank you for our family, our love circle. Father, thank you for every brother and sister. Thank you for every member of our family. Thank you for every person who has brought the river of love flowing toward our life. I ask you today to show us how to love each other. Show us how to love each other. Show us how to talk to each other. How to protect each other. Never to be ashamed of our love. Never to be ashamed of our love. It's our difference from everybody else. You said, by this shall men know you're my disciples, because you love each other. Lord, I pray for those that are single today, and they're asking you for the right partner. Let them realize, Lord, that the partner they're looking for does exist. They'll have to search. They'll have to reach. They don't always show up on a doorstep. We'll have to be open to reach, ask, pursue. I pray for those that are making decisions about marriages right now, Lord, that they'd really put it through the test of time. Not just pleasure, not just enjoy them, but through your school. We pray for every husband and wife today, Lord, that you'd renew their marriage, renew their zeal for each other. Lord, a marriage goes through a lot. There's a lot of trials to a marriage, a lot of stress in a marriage. So I ask you to give them new caring, new love for each other. New love today. Let Valentine's Day be the greatest day in their marriage. And let them invest time to go the extra mile to know how to bring pleasure to that person. I praise you today specifically, Father, for my sisters who are helping me bring the gospel around the world. Thank you for Deborah, for Flo, who's made my ministry just explode with books everywhere in the world, 23 million books in different translations. On this Valentine's Day, Lord, I honor them. I thank you for their walking beside me. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Lord, I pray for every man today who's listening, that you would give him a new language, a new love language, that the people in his world will feel the difference in his love. Because when a man loves, there's force, there's power. It's the song Michael Bolton used to sing, "When a man loves a woman." And Father, it's so. It's so. Let every son today invest time in his mother to show her he cares. let every daughter invest time in their son, in the daddy or the mother, to show their love. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Any thoughts?
Wow, I love this, Dr. Murdoch. When you talk about the habits of kings, I love when you talk about the memory and the imagination. That a king, when David said, "Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not his benefits," that a king will always use their memory and their imagination. Those two things, Dr. Murdoch, have blessed me so much when you were talking about the habits of kings. I just wanted to mention that. And I have a beautiful comments for you, Dr. Murdoch. Miss Julie Maggard says, "I can't imagine not hearing and not learning from Dr. Murdoch. He has changed my world with his words. Thank you, Dr. Murdoch, and happy Valentine's Day." Miss Janelle says, "Teachings have really changed my life, in my work, in my life, and in my family." Miss Maria Coetzee says, "Love you, Dr. Murdoch. You mean the world to me, your teaching and your attentiveness." Mr. Richard Quarty says, "We love you, mentor, and what this ministry has done in all these years."
Tell him I so appreciated the time he came to my house. Richard, good to have you here today, son.
Thank you, Dr. Murdoch. Mr. Antonio Ricardo says, "My son Alonso knows all your teachings on YouTube. I was so happy to hear what a big Dr. Murdoch fan he is. Thank you for all you have done."
Praise God.
Miss Janet Kialo says, "Good to hear your voice this blessed day. We have missed you. Continuously praying for your speedy recovery and supernatural strength from Jesus our healer."
Praise God.
Dr. Murdoch, in this Valentine's Day, I just want to say that you have been a huge example of love in my life. I'm very grateful that you have taught me the importance of being gentle, the importance of kindness. I'm never going to forget a phrase you gave us here at the Wisdom Center. I used to say that love can change people. And you said, if your presence can't improve someone's life, you don't belong there. And that I wanted to go back for 20 years back and change every word I've ever said after hearing you say that. But you're caring for people, Dr. Murdoch, in every airport, in every country, especially with pastors. You have been an incredible example of love. And in this Valentine's Day, Daddy, I want to say I love you and happy Valentine's Day to my spiritual father.
Thank you from my heart. I love you, Pastor Anna. Thank God for you. And means the world to me. Means the world that you're with me and helping me in the work of the Lord here as our pastor of the Wisdom Center. Means the world to me. And I covet your prayers with all my heart.
Yes,
and if I could send flowers to all of our staff today, I'm sending you mental flowers. If you can, one year I bought roses for everybody, and I don't think the guys were that impressed.
No.
So I think there's a better way to do it. I love you with all my heart.
Thank you, Dr. Murdoch. We love you. Wow, family. Wasn't this precious? I love to hear Dr. Murdoch teach us. Yes, Pastor Sonia, I know how you feel. Want to hear more about the habits of kings. I am telling you, Pastor Sonia, listening to Dr. Murdoch's perspective and his caliber, his level of greatness, his level of teaching, the achievements in his life. Every time you hear the perspective of Dr. Murdoch, you're not only listening to a spiritual father's heart, but you're listening to the mindset of greatness. And for those of you that are wanting promotions and you want to have clients, very high level clients, when you want to be close to the CEO of a company, when you want to develop relationships with that level of men and women, then that's what you're getting when you hear Dr. Murdoch's heart. And it's so important. I really believe that every time he speaks, we're hearing the mindset of a king, meaning the mindset of that level of leader. And I'm very grateful that we get to have access to him twice a day, every day. And that means the world to me. Well, I am going to be sharing about our gifts of appreciation, as I don't know who's going to share first. Pastor Clint, Pastor Chantel, we share first? Perfect. Let me talk about the gifts of appreciation as Pastor Chantel Ross comes to us. And I want to do it this way to give time to those of you watching in South Africa. This is when you want to tell everybody. Pastor Chantel Ross is about to share all the way from Cape Town, South Africa. And you don't want to miss these moments. So don't go anywhere. But let me tell you that Dr. Murdoch has a special gift of the week called the Pocket Protege number 25. The date on that is 2/15/20, and it will include all of the teachings from Saturday to Sunday. So tomorrow night will be the last teaching in your Pocket Protege number 25, and this is your gift of appreciation for those of you sowing a seed of $100 or more. Now, all of you celebrating your spiritual father on this Valentine's Day, I would invite you to sow your appreciation, your love through Cash App. Cash App I love to use because Dr. Murdoch will be replying to you directly. And right there at home recovering, he can receive your messages through Cash App. So those of you that can, why don't we all bless Dr. Murdoch today for Valentine's Day, a spiritual father to so many thousands listening, and I believe it's going to bless his life. And I want to also encourage you to use PayPal for those of you that are watching from a different place around the world. PayPal is the safest way to sow, and you can feel very safe that nobody's going to hack, etc. And also through the wisdomcenter.tv button 8. If you would like to sow and you're here in the U.S., another option is phone texting. If you like to honor Dr. Murdoch on Valentine's Day, you can write DRMM and the amount. That will be in the text box, and you text it to the number 28950. Many of you would like to call and sow your seed, so you can call 844-789-SEED. And you can also make sure to honor Dr. Murdoch for 54 years of ministry by going to the wisdomcenter.tv button 8, section 4. If you'd like to send Dr. Murdoch an email, please look at the information on the screen, drmike@thewisdomcenter.tv, and you can also write to him by mail, P.O. Box 37079, Fort Worth, Texas 76117. Family, we are so excited to have Pastor Clint and his beautiful wife, Pastor Chantel Ross, a woman that knows about business, a woman that knows about managing finances and managing people, has the caring of a woman that I really haven't seen many like her. She is a leader, but she leads through gentleness, through wisdom, through kindness. And I've not only seen it through her own husband's perspective, but her team. When I went to South Africa and speak there in their beautiful congregation, I saw her leadership, and I admire her with all my heart. So all of you leaders, all of you wives, this is a woman you want to learn from. Please help me welcome Pastor Chantel Ross. And Pastor Chantel, I'm going to go that way, and then you can hold the microphone or you can pin it on your jacket. And take your time. This is family. No pressure, no stress. And I'll be taking note of the comments that they sent to you so I can let you know who's commenting. I hope your beautiful church is ready to listen. God bless you, family. Pastor Chantal is here with you.
Wow, family, thank you so much, Pastor Anna. What a great joy it is to be at the Wisdom Center, one of our most favorite places in the whole world. And I want to wish you all a happy Valentine's Day on this precious day. We celebrate love today. And I want to encourage you, as Dr. Murdoch, he was so profound in what he was saying, that we need to share love. We need to show love, show kindness to one another. And I'm very excited to be here at the Wisdom Center on Valentine's Day, a place where you can certainly feel the love. You walk in and everyone just oozes with love and kindness and warmth. And I'm so grateful to be here to experience that with such precious people. Love them very, very dearly. And of course, the most precious person, my handsome husband, is here today. And babes, I want to wish you a happy Valentine's Day today. And I have something just very short to share with you in relationships and talking about love and it being Valentine's Day today. I've learned something so precious, and it's helped me so much in my walk with many people, and not only with perhaps a husband or a family member, but in full that you can't say that you were wrong, even if you think you were right. And I just want to encourage you to have patience, show kindness, show love. And we oftentimes show more patience to strangers and to people we don't know. And the people who are so very dear to us, we can sometimes be so impatient with. I want to encourage you to, as Dr. Murdoch has encouraged us today, is to invest in those who love you and in those who you love. Invest in them. Invest your patience, invest your kindness, your time. Invest with love. Let them know that you love them. Sometimes we go about life and we assume people know how we feel about them. But we don't take the time to say to them how we feel. And more importantly than saying it, it's important that they know, that we show them how we feel. And so I want to encourage you today to show someone how you feel. Show them that you love them. Show them kindness. And don't let us be so prideful to think that we are always right. Remember this. Your relationship is more important than being right. Sometimes I say being right is overstated. It's overstated. I want to keep my relationship. It's more important to me that I have a happy relationship than thinking that I am just right all the time. And so be encouraged today. Show someone that you love them. Show someone that you care. Don't let them wonder. Let them be certain of the way you feel for them. And so enjoy today. I've certainly learned so much in just this short time being here today, and I'm blessed to be here. Thank you so much, Pastor Anna, and in Dr. Murdoch's absence here today. We were so privileged to just listen to you today, Dr. Murdoch. Thank you for having us, and I am ready to receive some more. Praise God. Enjoy the rest of the program, beloved.
precious family. What a joy it is to be with you today. I'm so happy to be with Pastor Anna. My precious wife is here. And thank you, Dr. Mike Murdoch, for allowing us the opportunity to share with the Wisdom family. What a joy to be with you. Normally we're sitting in South Africa watching, and just to be close to Pastor Anna and Dr. Murdoch and the staff of the Wisdom Center, it's a great, great joy. We flew for about 24 hours to be here. And my thoughts today is, if you truly love, there's always sacrifice involved with love. And first, a happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Really praying that all of you experience the love of God and the love of the people that's close to you. I was thinking of these two words that don't often go together: sacrifice and love. But if you're really going to love, you're going to have to learn to sacrifice. And I was thinking about three men in the Bible. In Matthew chapter 1, verse 1, it speaks about Jesus, the son of David, the son of Abram. And they were many generations apart. But these three men understood sacrifice that flows from love. Let me look at Abram first, how God said to him, leave your family, go to a place that I will show you. How he was prepared to sacrifice his family. And even afterwards, we all know the story in Genesis 22, where God speaks to him about sacrificing his only begotten son. How he was prepared to sacrifice his family. God said to him in one part, I have called you because you know how to command your family. There was something that God knew, that Abram, through his love, was prepared to sacrifice even his family. Many of us are prepared to sacrifice for our family, but we're not always prepared to sacrifice our family. And we have one of the greatest examples of sacrificing time with family in Pastor Anna Sweet, if you've ever listened to her testimony. But this is the great thing that I have discovered, is that when you see how he sacrificed, God calls him the father of many nations. The very assignment he's called into was the place he was called to sacrifice in. But the reward was that God said to him, you see all the stars? That's how your descendants will be. The very thing God wanted him to sacrifice of, that is what God would give him plenty of. And so, even in the life of David, when you see the life of David in 1 Chronicles chapter 21, David speaks to Ornan on the threshing floor of Ornan and makes the statement, he said, I will not give to God something that cost me nothing. And he makes a sacrifice before God. He tells Ornan, I will buy all your cattle, I will buy all your land, so that I can make a sacrifice to God here. David was prepared to sacrifice his possessions. But when we look at the life of David, he became one of the wealthiest men we know. His son became the wealthiest man that walked the planet. But David was prepared to sacrifice possessions, and it was the very things God blessed David with, and even his descendants. When we look at the life of Jesus, his assignment was to come and save people. The love of God was spread to us through the love shown by his son Jesus. Today, Jesus is known as the King of Kings. He is the Lord of Lords. He rules over the earth. He was prepared to sacrifice his own life so that we might have life. I tell you, where there is love, there should be sacrifice. And even in our walk, there are many things that we have to do and sacrifice many times. The Lord was talking to me about this because as I left our kids at home, once again, traveling, sharing the gospel, and even coming here to be with Dr. Mike Murdoch, it's a sacrifice. But there's always reward with sacrifice. And when you love, you are willing to sacrifice. And so life might become demanding because sacrifice is not easy, but it's a proof of your love that you are willing to sacrifice. And so, my encouragement to you today is whatever assignment you are in, where you are working in for God, or what you want to do, there's always a demand for sacrifice when it gets to God. There's something about sacrifice that moves the hand of God. There's something about sacrifice that blesses God, and God always rewards you. I'm sitting in the Wisdom Center. Dr. Murdoch is a man that understands sacrifice. He is so misunderstood, but he's one of the most generous men. He is the most generous man I know. He has given away so many things, possessions, blessed people, helped people, given to people. And God just keeps blessing him more and more and more with possessions, because possessions don't have a hold of his heart. He uses it as a tool to bless many people. He understands sacrifice. And so, on this day of love, on this day of blessing, I want to let you know that where you have to sacrifice, God will reward you. God is a rewarder. And it's my encouragement to the people today, Pastor Anna. That's all I wanted to share, that love demands sacrifice. So, all right. Pastor Anna will be joining us in a few moments. Family, thank you for joining us. Oh, yes, please. You can go to our website, www.theglobalwisdomcenter.co.za, to know more about our ministry. And you will also find out about our books on there. I mostly write on the subject of honor, and I'd love for you to read those books. There's something about God that breathes on a book. I don't think I'm the best author. I read books and I look at my own books and I think, oh, I short so many things. But I tell you, the people telling me what the books have done in their life, I can only say God has breathed on those books. And so I would love you to visit our website, get in contact with us and our ministry in South Africa. We run the Mike Murdoch Schools of Wisdom. And pastors, if you are there and you'd love to be part of the Mike Murdoch School of Wisdom, we will send you the books, we'll send you the course material and how it all works. Get in contact with us through our website, contact our office, and we would love to speak to you about it. God bless you. Love you dearly. Have a blessed day further. Thank you, Pastor Anna.
Thank you, sir. Yay. I told you he got me crying and everything. Oh, family, we're so thrilled. You know, one thing that I love that Dr. Murdoch says when I see sacrifice, he shared that the only things you should endure are those that have a reward. If there's no reward, you've not to endure anything. So a wife that says he's beating me, but I am to endure, no, that has no reward. There's no reward in that. So sacrifice, whenever you decide to sacrifice, make sure there is a reward. Adaptation must have a reward. Endurance might have a reward. Jesus was able to endure the cross for the joy that was set before him. If there's no joy set before you, then that's not something God wants you to endure. So anytime that we think about a harvest, that's the strength for any sacrifice. There's a time of sacrifice, and the strength comes from the expectation of a harvest. If there's no harvest, if there's no joy, then it's not worth doing it all. So I do believe that Pastor Ross is an example of that, and Pastor Chantal. You know, they come without any other agenda but to learn from Dr. Murdoch, to bless this ministry, to be a part of the team, to be a part of the family. They expect so little, and they sow and they love on us so much. So we're very grateful to have this couple with us today. And I want to invite all of you to visit the website that they shared. And now he's live on YouTube. No, on Facebook. So please, are you live on your church page, your personal page? So find Pastor Clint Ross on Facebook. You want to learn about honor? Find Pastor Clint Ross on Facebook. And he's live on Facebook. Is there a schedule that we need to know about? There's not a schedule, but you will have that soon. But if you want to learn about honor, you don't have to wait. You just have to watch him live on Facebook. And I'm sure there's some teachings there already that you can go to and listen to over and over again. But pastors learn from him. We're not talking about just anybody, but we have pastors that have lost hope, that have lost confidence, that have lost any desire to continue. They have been so hurt. And they find Pastor Ross as a harbor, a place to hide, a place to talk, a place to share their heart, and they are healed. They are healed. That's one of my favorite things about the topic of honor. There's going to be a lot of healing in your life. There's going to be a lot of healing in your life. When you talk about honor, you cannot avoid experiencing God's healing in every area of bitterness, in every area of offense, in any area of, you know, memories that have broken your heart in the past. There's going to be a lot of healing in your life. So I just wanted to say that make sure if you are close to Cape Town, you know where to go. You're not alone. There's a son in the Lord close by. He has schools of wisdom happening. And I hope in the next few days, he can share with us a little bit more about the schools of wisdom and what he has going. If I want to join a school of wisdom, what do I do? Where do I go? Who do I call? All of that is so important. We want to know because Dr. Murdoch's extension in South Africa is there, Pastor Clint Ross, and this beautiful ministry. So we want you to have that access. We want you to have these teachings. And now there's actually a certification, right? After you go to a school of wisdom. So what is that called? Give me the right wording.
They'll get a certificate.
Uh-huh.
After 2 years, they get a diploma.
Certificate, after 2 years, you get a diploma.
And then 3 years is a degree.
And then 3 years is a degree. Imagine that. Imagine that. That's huge. So you're not going to a Bible study. You're not going to a book club. You are going to this very, very powerful training. And he does everything with Dr. Murdoch's books. So anyway, I just want to say everybody that is close, if I were you, I would be reaching. Because where there is honor, there's favor. Where there's no honor, there's no favor. We cannot skip honor and get to favor. Favor doesn't come through prayer, does not come through intercession, does not come through even being more spiritual. Favor comes through learning how to honor the laws of God. So I encourage all of you to be a part of that. Amen. Well, family, don't forget, I'm going to share one more time, the gifts of appreciation, but especially the gift of the week is our pocket protege. Everything Pastor Ross said, everything Pastor Chantal shared, everything that was said today will be in your pocket protege number 25. The date on it is 2/15/20. Please take a picture of the information on the screen. There's 5 easy ways to sow: Cash App, PayPal, phone texting, the phone number, and the website. Now, those of you that would like to become new monthly partners, what does that mean? You want to start being consistent. A consistent seed creates a consistent harvest. One of my favorite teachings about seed sowing from Dr. Murdoch is the rhythm of harvest. You get into a rhythm of harvest when you get into a rhythm of sowing. As a consistent seed, a monthly seed, a consistent seed can bring you very different results from a sporadic seed. Sporadic seed creates a sporadic harvest. So I encourage you today, consider it, and consider it for the next 12 months and see what God can do. And if you decide to do that, please request your Wisdom Bible today. Please request it. Moses from South Africa is here. Moses Malala, God bless you. Moses from South Africa is here. Moses, I don't know if you're close to Pastor Clint Ross, but if you gotta be. You gotta be. For those of you that are sowing your $200 seed, we have the Millionaire's Tablet. The Millionaire's Tablet is an incredible tablet that has 73 of Dr. Murdoch's books on the topics of prosperity, dreams, and goals. And you don't want to lose this opportunity. For those of you sowing your $300 seed, we have another gift. All of these are gifts, they're not for sale. And it's the Millionaire's Bible. The Millionaire's Bible is a Bible that Dr. Murdoch put together for those of you serious about prosperity. And if you had any questions, if you had any wrong mindset about prosperity, you'll be healed very quickly when you receive your Millionaire's Bible. For those of you that are sowing a $500 seed, we have the Lifetime Library of Dr. Murdoch with 500 of his books. And this tablet also has space for you to download other books. And you'll be carrying a huge library in your purse. 500 books of Dr. Murdoch already downloaded for you. For those of you sowing a $1,000 seed, we will send you all of the gifts on the screen, the 2 tablets, the Millionaire's Bible, and the Financial Freedom Bible of Dr. Maurice Cerullo. Now please take a picture of the screen. You have the 5 easy ways to sow. You have Cash App, PayPal, phone texting, the phone number, and the website. Please screenshot the information. If you want to honor Dr. Murdoch for 54 years of ministry, you like to send your $54 seed, I would, if you're here in the U.S., I will use Cash App because Dr. Mike Murdoch will be the one responding to you. Nobody else. He'll be the one responding to you directly from his device. If you are outside of the United States, I would try PayPal. And then for those of you that are here also in the U.S., phone texting is a very convenient, easy, fast way to sow. And the phone number also is there, 844-789-SEED. Or you can also sow through the website and get to know all of our projects, everything that we are doing here in the ministry. If you love Jerusalem, we have the Jerusalem Project, where when you sow your $122 seed, we are helping by keeping the ministry of Dr. Murdoch in Jerusalem through radio. It's not inexpensive, but Dr. Murdoch really feels that the Lord has called him to bring the gospel in that area. For those of you that are sowing your $58 seed every month, you're helping us stay on television. Dr. Murdoch already shared that there's a huge burden right now with television ministry. It's a bill of $30,000 that we're trying to knock down. And those of you sons and daughters listening today, if you want to help us knock that bill down and remove that stress from Dr. Murdoch, we are thanking all of you that as you sow your seed, and this is not for his personal. I shared the other day, I said, Dr. Murdoch has a lot of personal needs he'll never share. He'll never talk about his medical bills. He'll never talk about everything that he has to go through doctor by doctor, that don't take insurance. Family, the expenses in his personal level are huge, but he's not bringing the personal needs to you. This $30,000 is to stay on television, to continue to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. So those of you that want to participate on that and break that stress, let's do that together. I want to invite you, when you sow your seed, expect a harvest of burden lifters and stress removers in your own life. And that's only for sons and daughters. I believe that those are the ones that will feel the desire and the passion to do something about it. And for those of you that don't know, we also have a scholarship fund. We have the Timothy Project. Dr. Murdoch remembers the day that he had to come out of Christian University because he didn't have the money to pay. So sending someone that has no finances to study in Christ for the Nations has meant so much to Dr. Murdoch. He has sent people to study, to become preachers of the gospel, and very, very expensive schools, because Christian schools here are not cheap. But Dr. Murdoch has asked all of the partners that can to continue to help us sending Mr. U.M. Dixon to Christ for the Nations And that's our Timothy project. So when you go to the wisdomcenter.tv button 8, you will see the Timothy project, the scholarship fund, and that's how you can sow to help us send preachers of the gospel into this university. Now, what happens when you do that? What you make happen for other people's kids, God will make happen for your kids. I saw that this year, and I believe that God is at work. Family, if you want to bless children, we also have a project called World Children 31. And when you sow your monthly seed of $31 every month, it's only $1 per day. You are helping us continue to bless the children in Mexico through School of Champions program and the 11 daycares that they offer their services to mothers that go to work for free. And instead of leaving their children at home or sending them to sell gum in the streets, they get to be in a very safe place, taken care of by very qualified teachers, getting hot meals, and not be wandering in the streets. So that's what you're doing with your seed of $31 every single month. So when you choose to sow in this ministry, just know you are being used by God to bless so many people around the world. So thank you. Thank you for considering us. Thank you for loving this ministry. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for being faithful, loyal. Thank you for wanting to be close and be a part of this love circle. You're all very important to us. We will talk to you again tonight at 6 o'clock and every day, 12 and 6. I hope that you can be back with us tonight. I'm excited for what God has for you. 54 years of ministry. Let's continue to pray for our mentor. Let's continue to lift him up. Let's continue to stand close with him. Let's continue to sow our seeds. And let's continue to see the power of God unto salvation manifesting in his life. Your precious family, we love you. And there's a closing prayer just for you. The Lord bless thee and keep thee. The Lord make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. The Lord lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Love you. We'll talk to you tonight, Lord willing. Have a blessed afternoon.